Hey there, welcome to the series of me trying to improve my art in 100 days so that I can get noticed by samdoesarts. Well, this video is going to be completely unedited, so there will be lots of pauses and mess ups in the middle. And if you want more info on why I'm doing this, go check out my short called samdoesarts Please Reply. It's on my channel right now, and this is day 1 of 100. So today we are going to start from all the way to the basics, and I'm going to improve my line quality because I am guilty of chicken scratching sometimes. So I went ahead and bought a art sketchbook, practice sketch. I have scribbled in this most of the times, but this is my new practice sketchbook, and I'm going to be practicing my drawings in this 100 days on this sketchbook, so I'll be able to see all of my progress at the end of the day. At the end of the 100 days. If you want to draw with me, you can take your pencil, get your eraser, and draw with me. There will be some tips here and there in this video while I try to improve myself. So I suggest you to watch it till the end, but to make it easier for you guys, I also added chapters in this video, so you can skip around and see where the tips are. I'll just open my page. This is character design for my upcoming manga. There's already another video on my channel, other short. You can go tell me in the comment section if that character is good or not, and I'll maybe change it on you guys' preferences. So today I want to improve on two things. One is line quality, the other one is 3D shapes, because I always find it easier. You can find it easier if you draw some 3D shapes before drawing anatomy or a major art piece, because you understand the 3D form and it's easier for you to just capture it on paper. So I'm going to start with day 1. For people wondering why I'm wearing this fake Nike band over here, it's because I can slide my wrist on the paper without it causing much friction, because if I didn't have this, the paper will get caught on my wrist. A tip that I'll give you guys is to improve line quality, draw 2 dots, connect those dots without chicken scratching, like that. I'm going to be practicing on this mostly, and also to get more confident lines. Another thing that I'll suggest is trying to draw lines crossing each other. This will improve your accuracy. This will also help you cross the dot which you put, which again improves your confidence. What I will do is draw a bunch of stars, and draw a bunch of stars like this by just putting dots all over the place. And also I try to intersect the same point which the other lines intersected to improve my accuracy. Another mistake that most beginners do is drawing very thick and searchy lines, like they go all over the place. Like if you're trying to draw a circle, instead of it being neat like this, for some people it's like they keep on doing this and it looks just bad. I am still guilty of this, and I am trying to improve it, so hopefully by the end of the 100 days I'll be able to do all this. But I'm just going to draw a couple of stars like this and some basic shapes to improve my confidence. As you can see, I still have that problem where the line goes out of the place which I wanted it to. It's not perfectly meeting in this spot right over here. I also have trouble drawing with long lines, long straight lines. So I'll practice that here. It seems like I'm a little bad with these diagonal lines, so I'm going to practice that. Just the diagonal lines alone, because they're the ones which tend to get more messy. See how I accidentally chicken scratched over here. I am trying to not do that. Today is the 10th of April, so I'm going to write that down. So by the end of the 100 days, it should be sometime in June or July, I think. There is a way to make sure that all directional lines are good for you, because you just have to find one direction which you're good at drawing. For me, it's like the straight line. I can draw straight lines pretty good. So what I do is just tilt the page like this, and then I can draw diagonal lines like straight lines, and they'll look good. Like these lines are bendy. Okay, I think I'm pretty satisfied with the diagonal lines, so I'm going to move on to shapes and not trying them to make it look like this and not like this. Let's start with the good old circle, because I'd say that's the most important shape when it comes to drawing. I am not being biased here, and because this circle is used in many of the structures, like the head. The ribcage is just an oval, which is an elongated circle, and the joints all use circles. The eyes is basically a circle. Yeah, you get it. The world is getting taken over by circles right now. See, I try to correct the circle, but then it ends up like an egg, like a depressed circle. So if any beginners are watching who doesn't even know how to draw a circle, this is how everyone does it. They do not use a stencil or a compass. I mean, most of us do not, but you just draw a circle first. It's not going to be perfect, and then you correct it until it turns out to be perfect. But you do not do like this and make it look like the circle has very thick walls, then it will be a nightmare trying to do line art over that. You try to make the walls as thin as possible while still getting the circle correct. I'll suggest not using your only the fingers, because using your elbows and shoulders do help out a lot. I find it hard and difficult to lift my wrist off of the canvas because my wrist hurts. So I'm wearing this band, which I already mentioned, so I can just move around with my wrist on the paper, and it'll be the same as not touching my wrist on the paper. I'm good with tiny circles because they're just finger movements, and I am able to draw tiny circles. So I just want to focus on huge circles. So I'm going to draw concentric circles, which are basically just circles, circles and circles inside. That's pretty good line work, but I am not happy with the shape of that circle. Also, another tip for beginners is to ghost your lines before you draw them. This makes it easier for you to draw. Like ghosting is just when you don't draw the actual line, you just go over in the shape and then slowly touch your pencil, so you're drawing that line afterwards. There's this friend of mine who's been, I think, has been drawing for like at least 3 to 5 years, but still draws circles like this. If you don't know what's wrong with this, well, everything's kind of wrong with this. Like, that right there is not a circle. No, that does not look like a circle. That looks like a hairy ball of fur or something. So please do not draw like that. Adjusting my cameras. Okay. That's a lot of circles, so I'm going to move on to drawing squares and some other shapes. I don't want to make this video too long because if it's too long, you guys will be bored, and it can get very boring to watch someone draw shapes. So I'll end this off with these shapes. Tomorrow I'll be posting a video on drawing 3D shapes, and I will start drawing the human anatomy because I need more practice with that. We'll go from head to toe. Like I first start drawing the head in all directions, the torso in all directions, the hands. Yes, hands, drilled hands. But by the way, there is a video coming up on how to draw hands. If you want to draw hands like, these, there is a video on how to draw them coming up. So stay tuned. It will probably be in one of these following 100 days. If I will be able to upload another video other than uploading one video every single day. So stay tuned if you want to draw hands like these. Now time for triangles. Triangles are not really that significant of a shape. I rarely see them getting used in human anatomy and all that stuff. But yeah, triangles are still used a lot in many shapes. Like if you're drawing something around you, yeah, there are many triangles. So now I'm also going to draw concentric triangles because I do need space for the shapes in this page. For people who are starting out to draw like from the beginning, I'll suggest you to watch my video on how to improve line quality, because that is the first thing that you want to get fixed before learning anything new. Because if you still have crappy line quality and amazing proportions and all that, your art is still going to look bad. Fun fact about the triangle, this is my least favorite shape. Yes, I do have favorite shapes. My most favorite shape is the circle. Also, while sketching, you should not be pressing too hard with your pencil, because your paper is not going to be able to. Your paper will not be able to handle much of erasing. Actually, I think I didn't even erase once while practicing, which you should do. Well, I'll suggest practicing with a ballpoint pen. So, might as well switch to ballpoint pen. I am able to draw heads in pretty much most of the angles, because I think 1 year ago I drew like 200 heads in a huge A3 paper. Why? I don't know. I was just bored and I wanted to improve my head. I mean, not my head. I wanted to improve the head drawings that I did. So I drew like 200 heads on one page, and that really helped me out. Like Bruce Lee said, he's not afraid of the man who knows to punch in 10,000 different ways. He's afraid of the man who knows to punch one way, but he has practiced it 10,000 times. So repetition is the key to getting better at art. But not just drawing every day. You should draw like whatever you see you should draw everything every day. I learned this from Scott. He's also a YouTuber. You guys probably know. Oh my god, my line quality is really getting worse with the pen. Okay, I'm switching back to a pen. Still, this looks horrendous. Now I'm going to switch to squares. Squares and rectangles, because I probably can't draw perfect squares every time. Let's try drawing a house over here, like a very small cartoonic house. This is basically like all the shapes I've drawn so far, but this looks horrible. By the way, I'm trying to get a world record. It's actually a pretty simple one, I think. Yeah, it's probably the simplest world record out there. But I am trying to get a world record. I will update you guys on that later on. I'm actually creating a new record because I can't break any of the drawing related ones there, because I want it to be relevant to the channel so I can post it over here. So I'm breaking a drawing related world record. That's a hint for you guys. I'll probably apply for the record later this week, because I have everything recorded. I have recorded the process of me breaking the world record. I have broken the world record. In my mind, it's not been approved yet, but I am yet to send it to Guinness World Records. So hopefully by the end of this week I'll have a certificate and something to show off to my friends, because in my school they announce all the prizes that people get, and every single day there's this girl in kindergarten who comes and the entire school claps for her prizes. I feel useless if kindergartners are getting more prizes than me, so I'm going to scare the entire school by getting a world record. But it is a silly one, so I don't think they'll announce it. Now moving on to more complex shapes, I want to try hexagons or Yeah, some shapes with more than 4 sides. Yeah, that is it. The stop sign shapes. I think these are called octagons. By the way, I have started another channel called Time Pass Gaming. That's basically a gaming channel for people who are interested. People who are interested. Oh my god! People who are interested in gaming can go check that out. There's not any videos on there yet, but there will be one coming pretty soon. As you can see, I definitely need more practicing with line quality, but I'm going to end the video here because I don't want to bore you guys with hours and hours upon useless drawing stuff. That will definitely be a waste of your time, and I'll meet you all tomorrow.